Welcome everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be beginning our Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Hordes of the Underdark. We're starting out on Chapter 1, of course. We're going to select a pre-made character. Hopefully I already have a sorcerer. Anyways, what was the name of our character? That one. We want to do the level 13 version. That looks about right. Alright, we're going in. We're gonna use our monk. We are dreaming.
Waterdeep, one of the greatest cities in all of Faerun. It is home to a multitude of peaceful townfolk from all races and all walks of life. Beneath Waterdeep, however, lies a different realm.
Tinder Mountain.
This is the deep dungeon known as Undermountain. Built by the mad wizard Halaster. Here, Halaster tests adventurers who trespass therein with the deadliest of traps and the most dangerous of creatures. All but the luckiest meet their deaths in its dark halls. Regardless of this presence beneath them, the people of Waterdeep feel safe enough. For while one may enter Undermountain, it is rare that anything actually comes out. Until now. For there is another realm that exists beneath even Undermountain.
Shadowboard.
A place of shadows and evil, known only as the Underdark. It is here that the sinister dark elves known as the Drow rule next to other subterranean horrors unknown to most on the surface world above. And it is the Drow who now lead an army of these creatures into the streets of Waterdeep, besieging the city from below in a campaign of blood and terror. And in their darkest hour, the lords of Waterdeep have issued a call for a hero, someone who can face these dark elves and all their brethren in their own land, someone who can defeat the hordes of the Underdark.
While it is true that the Underdark is below Waterdeep and below the surface of Faerun, Shadowport is actually underneath Waterdeep, and it's a pretty big city.
I trust that your preparations are complete.
Very nearly, Dread Mistress. It should only be a matter of...
Do not test my patience, Iblis. Would you have me wait? I, the terror of all the Underdark? The Dark Queen of Shadow?
Of course not, my mistress.
Then proceed. I wish to see this being who my agents say can stop my great rise.
I do not believe anyone could stop you now, Great Valsheriff.
So I thought. But my agents have resources beyond the means of mortals. This one will be my undoing, so they say, if I do not act in time. So proceed, wizard. I will wait no further.
It's a very bright spell for the Underdark. Well, hello.
What is this? A surfacer? And a male, no less. Have your spells become faulty, fool?
No, mistress. This is indeed an image of the one who shall defeat.
I will not be defeated. This image shows but a threat. It shall be dealt with like the others.
You guys gotta be careful what you say to a Drow.
Male, remove this dead fool and summon my red sisters. Now.
Yes, Dread Mistress.
And you, surfacer. Whoever you are, and whatever threat you pose, you will not be able to hide. The Drow shall strike swiftly and without mercy.
I'm gonna turn up the voices again, I think. You stand shivering in the chill night air, sweat coursing down your body. You are somehow woken suddenly from your slumber, leaping from your bed to face sweat. The memory of your strange dream still rings clearly in your head, along with an inner alarm that tells you all is not right. Suddenly you notice a Drow elf. She appears to be trying to break into the chest with your personal belongings. And now you die. Why am I using a dagger? I do better with my fists. We lost all of our awesome equipment. A pretty young woman rushes in, a mixture of fear and concern on her face. You vaguely remember her as the daughter of the innkeeper.
Excuse me, is everything... Oh my word!
She finally spots the corpse of the Drow thief and covers her mouth in horror. That is a Drow thief. She stole my equipment. I see. The girl looks down at the corpse again, revulsion evident on her face. The Drow woman, is she? Nobody steals my stuff and lives. I don't think she was just a thief, my lord. She probably took your equipment so you would be defenseless when the Drow assassin shows up. That's been the pattern of the other attacks. There have been other attacks? Not here at the inn, but some of Waterdeep's more prominent citizens have been killed in their homes while they sleep. Someone has been sending assassins to kill them off. But how could this thief even know you were here? You only just arrived in the city. I'll have to tell Father about this. We take great pride in the safety of our guests. The thief must have used magic. That's the only way she could have gotten in undetected. She must have used that same magic to send your equipment to whoever she came from. So that's it, I'm left with nothing? Tamzil frowns. Father's gathered weapons, armor, and other equipment here at the inn to help in the defense of Waterdeep. Anyone working to save the city is welcome to any of it. Everything is stored in the armory just across the hall. Take whatever you need. Thanks. I know the equipment in the armory isn't suitable for a hero like you, but it's the best we've got. Now please excuse me, I have to go speak with my father. I will tell him what happened here, but it would be best if you didn't mention it to the other guests. We don't want to start a panic in the inn. Father will take steps to see this doesn't happen again. Could use some help getting dressed. Her eyes widen, and for a few seconds she forgets to blush. I'm sorry, but that wouldn't be appropriate. Very well, off you go. Goodbye, my lord. Once you have what you need from the armory, please go downstairs in the main room. My father is waiting there to speak with you. I never get any love in this game. Alright, what do we get? 3,000 bucks. Some stone. Crappy book. Miscellaneous equipment. I'll take the healing kit. The ring of protection. I'll take the belt. Amulet. Ring of resistance. Take everything so I can sell it. Hey, we got some Han gauntlets at least. Or Hin gauntlets, I should say. Only +2 though. It's clear that the DMs were like, oof, we gave people a little bit too much stuff last game. Maybe we should take it away a little bit. And so they did. And that's why we don't have any of our sweet, sweet loot back. Hey, is this actual... Oh, we actually got real-life monk armor this time. That's fancy. We're going to be wearing that. Because it doesn't count as armor, but it also gives us armor class. So now we have 23 whole armor. But I think that makes the ring of protection worthless. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I lied. We're almost back up to our normal hit point, or armor class at least. There we go. Well, we're set on that account.
I
For you.
greet you.
This ancient-looking man appears ready for battle, though his frail body can barely keep itself upright beneath the weight of his armor. I'm so old that I'm of no use to anyone. I'm one of the few who has entered Undermountain and returned to tell the tale. But now, they tell me, I'm too old to help Waterdeep fight these foes. You're not too old. Get down there and fight. He snorts a derisive laugh. What world are you living in, boy? Durnan has forbidden me to go down there. No, I'm too old. I'm just fooling myself. It hurts to swing my sword For a short period of time, I would never be of use again. You could help me by telling me about the Undermountain. His eyes brightened a little. You really want to hear about the Undermountain? Really? I would love. I would be honored to help you. They say the Undermountain is never the same, always changing, but that there's one thing about that foul labyrinth that never changes. Its creator, Halaster. Whom? Halaster is a wizard of great and terrible power. He's also chosen of Mystra. Centuries ago he built Undermountain, and he has completely controlled it ever since. They say he is mad. But there is a method to his madness. If you understand how the mage's mind works, it's possible to enter Undermountain and survive as I have done. Go for it. Undermountain is forever changing, its very architecture twisted and distorted on Halaster's whim, but the nature of the dungeon always remains the same. Undermountain is designed to confuse and disorient you. Traps and tricks lay in wait around every corner. Never allow yourself to grow complacent. Always expect the unexpected. Why would it be that way? I think it has something to do with the idea that death is a journey. Could be wrong. I would never claim to understand Halaster, not really. I just know the patterns now. Thanks. His face flushes red and his shoulders straighten with pride. That is not the only suggestion I can make. Watch out for mirrors. They always hide something, sometimes good, sometimes very bad. And greed is dangerous and often fatal in the Undermountain. My greed has served me well so far. Then you are exactly the kind of adventurer Halaster loves to kill. He will start off by teasing you with a small treasure. Then there will be a little danger, but nothing you cannot handle. If you continue, eventually the big trap will be set off. That is when most adventurers die, of course. Surviving the big trap can sometimes mean big rewards. Notice I said sometimes. Goodbye, thanks for the help. His eyes twinkle in a satisfied way. Thank you, lad. It's my duty and my pleasure to assist you. Tyr protect you on your journey. Got some experience for talking to the old man. Who are you? Although this man looks human, faint traces of elven features reveal a mixed heritage. He appears to be meditating. But as you approach, his eyes open and he smiles in greeting. Good morning to you, friend. I'm glad to see you up and about this morning. I believe today you and the other heroes here shall finally hear what good Durnan has planned for you all. Hopefully he can shed some light on the recent assassinations and the denizens of the dark that are appearing to make war on this fair city. Thanks. Okay, bye. I don't really need you to come with me. My armor's such a silly color for a monk, but it will. Hey.
Pray. There.
Locked doors are not acceptable, and they will not be tolerated.
There.
I already missed my haste boots. That's it? A crappy room. Alright, moving on. There are many people. Oh, look who's here. Come speak with us, my friend. Oh, hey, it's our people from Neverwinter Nights, the original. Apparently I retconned my old character, my new character in there. This elven woman has a pleasant aura about her as she nods her head to you respectfully. You notice a silver amulet around her neck, marking her as a cleric to the elven goddess Sahanin? Moonbow. Shanin Moonbow? Whatever.
Us, dear. I understand everyone here has been awaiting your arrival with great anticipation.
Well, that's good. The innkeeper has refused to acknowledge the rest of us until Eltimar makes an appearance. I, for one, did not journey so far to render aid, only to be ignored. There's no need to be unkind, Dalen. This man deserves our respect. He is an adventurer of worth, and the fact that he is here is a boon to our cause. Huh. There ain't no cause that I know about that's going to pay me 100,000 gold like this one, will it? I agree, Tommy. Gold speaks harder than any cause I've ever heard of. Sharwin's here. Cool. She's a ranger. That is an odd thing for a bard to say. Oh, a bard, sorry. Sharwin. Have you no sense of the epic? I wonder if our friend here would agree with you. Then why not ask him? What about it, Eltimar? What has brought you to Waterdeep in his hour of need? If there's a chance to kill something, I'll always take it. The assorted group looks at you uncomfortably for a moment. The half-orc stares openly at you before speaking. It appears that the tales of heroes such as yourself do not always tell the truth. So be it. The elven cleric regards you for another moment. I have heard of you, Eltimar, but I must admit I know little in the way of details. Perhaps we will get a chance to adventure together. I'd like that. Well, perhaps once you speak to Durnan we shall have that chance. I look forward to it, dear. I should go. I believe Master Durnan is waiting for you in the other room, dear. Good luck. Our voice's volume is actually pretty loud. Oh well, whatever. 90% now. Drezzy is another character we can talk to, but let's go talk to Durnan. Lots of zone transitions in this place. Alright. Durnan turns towards you as you enter the common room, a stern and solid man who is rumored to have once been a great warrior. The relief now on his face is clearly visible.
Greetings. I am glad that you made it at last. I trust your accommodations were adequate?
Yes it was. Are you joking, man? I was robbed of everything I own. Durnan's features harden, a deep anger suddenly evident. Tamsil told me what happened. I cannot apologize enough, Eltimar. Once I would have been able to ensure the safety of my guests, but no longer. The damnable Drow come and go as they please, it seems. These are dark times for our city. The enemies of Waterdeep must have learned you answered our call for heroes. Given your reputation, it's not surprising they targeted you. But why would they take my equipment? Hold on a second there. A Drow thief came in and stole all your equipment? Haha. If I had known you're such an easy mark, I might have nicked your stuff myself. Ha ha ha. And I would have punched you. Durnan silences Tommy's laughter with a cold glare. This is no joking matter. The Drow don't play games. I'm guessing the theft was only the first step in their mission. The Drow likely figured you'd be more vulnerable without your equipment, and they're right. The Drow assassin would probably have shown up a few seconds later to finish you off in your sleep. Fortunately, you woke up and thwarted their plan. Others in Waterdeep haven't been so lucky. There are several reports of prominent citizens slain in their beds. Waterdeep is under attack. Its people live in fear. That is why I made the call you all responded to. We're going to do something about it. Why you? Why didn't the Lords of Waterdeep deal with this? Because he is one, actually. The Lords of Waterdeep have their hands full protecting the city. I have experienced the Undermountain, so I have been placed in charge of organizing this venture. Durnan actually is one of the Lords of Waterdeep. Tommy's willing to help, just as long as that 100,000 gold piece reward stays on the table. Not all of us are here because of the gold, Durnan. Some of us truly want to help. Please tell us what must be done.
The city is under siege. Raiding parties of Drow and other creatures rarely seen on the surface are attacking the city. We've determined that these attacks are coming through Undermountain.
Okay. Please continue. But Undermountain has existed for centuries. Why hasn't there been any trouble before?
That's what we need to find out. The Labyrinth of Undermountain was created long ago by Halaster, a mage whose power may have rivaled even Elminster himself.
They're pretty on par, actually, yeah.
Halaster ruled Undermountain like a brutal tyrant. It was his magic that kept the creatures within from pouring out to overrun Waterdeep. Now Halaster has suddenly decided to unleash his creatures on this city, and we need to find out why. I want to know what that mad mage is up to.
Maybe something happened to him. It's possible something happened to take Halaster out of the picture, I guess, but I find that hard to believe. He's a wizard of incredible power. You just don't get rid of someone that powerful, unless you have another powerful person. It's odd that Halaster has aligned himself with the Dark Elves. He's never been too fond of them, but the Drow are attacking through the Undermountain, and that means Halaster must be involved. Would he still be alive? Undermountain was built hundreds of years ago, but Halaster is an Archmage. Time doesn't mean the same to him as it does to us. I'm certain he's alive and that he's involved in these attacks.
It's pretty clear that the answers we seek can't be found here on the surface. The only hope we have of stopping Halaster is to send someone down into Undermountain after him.
So who's going on that mission? Anyone willing to risk the dangers of Undermountain is welcome. Waterdeep needs all the help it can get. Whether you all work together or alone is up to you. As many of you know, this inn is built around one of the entrances to Undermountain, a magical well that descends thousands of feet into the very depths of the ever-changing labyrinth. Now, I don't intend to send anyone into Undermountain unprepared. That would be suicide. I'll offer what advice and equipment I can. In fact, I think it might be a good idea if... Wait, what's that noise, Father? Huh? It's coming from the well room. Durnan lends attention for a moment before his eyes go wide with the realization of what is about to happen.
Foul Drow! You dare to attack my inn!
Your city, your race, the river will fall.
Come through the well!
Oh, the expendable NPCs are dying. I can't friggin' see anything.
Oh, yes, death for you.
Go kill her.
You won't win! You won't!
Wow, that hurt. Oh, we're getting healed. Nice. Someone's looking out for us. get any killing blows, really? Oh. Poor fake NPCs. But don't go run. Okay, we're going. We're going in? Alright.
Pray, whatever gods you...
Dark elves are pretty cool enemies, I'll give them that. Dude, stop kill stealing. Come on, finish him off. I miss haste already. There we go.
It was a close thing, but I think we've managed to drive them back.
He's got a cool looking sword.
I need you four to stay here and guard the well until then.
Oh, Beholder!
Follow that abomination quickly.
Guys, don't leave me here. You're at least a level 13 cleric. Use Raise Dead. No one ever uses the right spells. Just like no one should technically ever die in like for Final Fantasy or in this place. Unless you're dying of old age, you should never die in this. This is not a good time to leave the area. Okay.
Greetings, adventurer.
Durnan wipes the dust off of his clothing brusquely, having just recovered from the effects of the Beholder's ray. His expression is a clear mixture of helpless frustration and rage.
Blast those four fools! What were they thinking? Rushing headlong into the well like a bunch of impatient children! Don't they realize how dangerous Undermountain is?
Want me to go after them? I don't want you rushing off in a blind rage like those others. You have to be smart about this. You need to be properly prepared before you can go into Undermountain. You're the only one who I can turn to now, Eltimar. None of the other adventurers can even measure up to you, not even close. You're our last hope. Do my best. He nods relieved, though he still looks at you apprehensively. I can't help but think I'm making a deal with the devil here, considering your reputation. To rely on you so heavy for Waterdeep's future, he shrugs, sighing. But I have no choice. I can only hope for the best and wish you well. The well will lead you down into the Undermountain. Once you've talked to the White Thesta and stocked up on equipment, I can help you up and down. I suspect you have many questions first. No, not really. I'm good. I just want to go get my loot. You'd be smart to stock up on equipment before you go down there. There's a couple of stores out in the city still running. Just tell Greyben I said it was okay for you to leave the inn. And make sure you speak to White Thesta. Her inventory of healing magic comes in handy in Undermountain. She's even got magic to raise the dead if you need it. Of course, by then it's usually too late. I'll be here if you need me. Gotta make sure we got some guards set up here at this well to prevent another attack. Just speak to me again when you're ready to enter the Undermountain, and I'll lower you into the well myself. Good luck. We'll be counting on you. We'll come back to you, White Thesta. I want to go grab some stuff if I can. Hey, you're still alive. Not all the NPCs died. We at least got 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And the cook lived. How do I get out of here? Wait. There's a door. Which one is it? Well room to Waterdeep. This huge one-handed half-orc stares at you with a grimace, trying to decide if he recognizes you or not. You no allowed out. There be ban on streets. I'm allowed to leave. His eyes narrow and thought, me not remember boss say you to go out. I am Eltimar. Durnan said you let me out. The half-orc's mind slowly churns over this information, then his face brightens in recognition. Eltimar, yeah, boss said it's okay for you to go out now. Me remember now. You be careful. There be bad stuff out there. Many streets closed, shops closed, sometimes looters. He unlocks the door and slips the key back inside his shirt. He gives you a big toothy grin and waves goodbye. Aw, that's kind of awesome. Oh man, there's a nervous guard comes running. How far is everyone inside? We are attacked by creatures of the Underdark. I know. Tamsel warned us. There have been attacks all over this side of the city, although we have been resisting them. There are still many of the enemy about. Shit. It's go time. I wonder who's controlling the summon spider. I miss my old gear. I just miss haste. I don't really care about the rest of it. The rest of it's fairly replaceable. I just miss haste a lot. Kill him. We really need to kill that dude. That bear is gonna wreck my day. Come on, kill the bear. Stop turning. There we go. Wait, why didn't it go away? Why aren't you going away, summoned bear? We're off to a bad start. We can rest in here. We're almost out of time on this video too. How long until we level? We got a ways to go. Darn. You know what I wish we had? Our haste boots. I'm gonna say that as much as I want because I really wish I had them back.
Die and be forgotten!
Why isn't the bear doing anything? It's a little bit weird. The cleric summoned the bear? Clerics get monster summoning? Oh, how much experience did I get from killing that dude? Oh, there we go. How much is that? 72 for Durger. What are you doing to protect us? I don't know, he's doing his best. The Empty Keg Tavern, you say? Let's go take a look. Nope, closed. Agil's are actually no, we're by the magic shop. Let's just go to the magic shop first. Little musings and magic shop. As you knock on the door, you hear someone grumbling and shuffling around. Then a small window slides open and a pair of eyes glare at you.
Can you not see the sign? We are closed. Please go away until such time as this war is ended and or the street ban is lifted. Goodbye.
Pardon me, but my name's Eltimar, and I was told you might help me. My goodness, please come in. I'll unlock the door. There, come right in. That's a big bone golem.
How goes your adventures?
An elegantly dressed mage is busily reading from an ancient crumbling text, but he smiles as you approach.
The moment I heard your name, I thought to myself, oh, this is simply too good to be true.
Of course, my shop is actually closed right now, but a visit from the famous adventurer is too good an opportunity to miss. Maybe I'll write you into one of my plays. You have the advantage of me. What's your name? Oh, how rude of me. I am the Mage Sobri, an instructor of the magical arts at the University of Waterdeep, sage of Soothsayer's Way, and proprietor of this fine establishment. Or at least I was an instructor before those cretins burned down my part of the school. And this happened during the attack? We were one of the first places to be attacked by the Drow and Durgar. They were savage, brutish monsters. They put the entire school of magic at the university to the torch. It was simply awful. They almost killed me, you know. Guess you were lucky then. Well, I was not actually there at the time, but they did kill a number of my friends. You can imagine how terrible it was for me to go back and see all the devastation. Several of my students died in the laboratory where I taught. We found their bodies, dead and mangled, around the corpse of a young cockatrice they had helped hatch only weeks before. I know it was probably strange to you, but the way they protected that creature, well, no mother could have possibly done more, and now they're dead. Enough with the stories. Do you have anything to sell? I have all sorts of magical items at my disposal, and a share of all profits go to assist in the rebuilding of the university. Would you like to see the wares? Yes, please. Thank you, sir. It's a robe of energy. Belt of Guiding Light is death magic immunity. That's pretty good. Boots of Striding. Bracers of Armor. You don't have any boots of haste. That's all I really care about. Man, maybe the weapon shop has boots of haste. Let's go find out. And then we'll call it a video. We're gonna go down in the Underdark pretty soon. Hey, this one's wide open. Good.
Hello.
A dark frown covers this woman's face as she surveys her displays of weapons and armor. As you approach, she cocks her head to the side and arches an imperious eyebrow.
You have the look of an adventurer about you. It is good that you are here. How can Argali be of assistance today?
Are you talking about your self in the third person? Argali speaks as she does. Who are you to judge her words when she deigns to speak with you? You may count yourself fortunate, indeed, that you've been graced by her presence, and you should be blessed with her goods, should you have the coin. Okay. Now, how can that godly Seath be of assistance to you today? Let me see your inventory. I don't care for your great merchants. Just let me see. I just want the inventory. Thank you. That's a fancy helmet. Flesh to stone once per day. It's like a... We can become a Medusa, basically. I'm already disappointed in my equipment. Ooh. Natural armor plus 3 is pretty nice, though. I'll give it that. Nope. I'm gonna sell that. And I'm gonna sell that. We might as well sell all this junk. It's a yawning portal dagger. Plus 2 enhancement, but minus 1 damage. Please enjoy your crappy dagger. It's all yours. What are rogue stones? Oh, they're just okay. Apparently they're supposed to be useful for something, but I don't know what. Relic of the Reaper. Oh, teleport us. Okay. Right, those are used with that. Gotcha. Rogue stones are used with the portal thing. It's kind of useful. But there were no boots of haste or anything like that. Nothing we really want. We could have bought the amulet natural armor, but we'll find better stuff later anyways. So, we're going to head down into the actual place next video. Like always, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. We're going to go down into the Underdark. Bum, bum, bum. Actually, you know what? Really quickly.
It is.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh wait, hang on. Let's go back and read, because she says something important. I thought she was a store. This elegantly dressed, well-manicured, beautiful woman smiles at us. It's good to finally meet you in person. My name is White Thesta. I'm a priestess, so if you need healing or any temple supplies, I'm here to help. And then I said, you know who I am? She replied, everyone knows you, at least by reputation. Durnan told me you would be here when he asked me to come and lend my healing services to this mission. I have to tell you that treating your wounds would be a great pleasure, but pleasures must be denied in trying times. I don't have time for this. Durnan said you have something for me. Yes, of course. Let's get right to business. I have a gift here for you, something to help you on your quest. What is it? It's a Rod of Resurrection, an item of such power it can actually raise the dead. Based on all the rumors about Undermountain, you're going to need it. Those 4 eager souls who charged on likely have need of its power, so don't be afraid to use it on them if you stumble across their bodies. The rod has several charges. If I come across their bodies, I'll be sure to help them. If you find the remains of one of those brave adventurers and restore them to life, they may be willing to help you in your quest. I doubt you'll find many others who will accompany you into the Underdark. Do you have anything else? Now let me show you the rest of my items. Normally I'd ask for a large donation for each of them, but since you're trying to save the city, I'll only need enough to cover their base cost. At least they have Sun Soul boots. Those are actually kind of nice. Plus 3 gauntlets. Aha, haste. Minus 1 concentration, but haste. And they're affordable. Done. I will take it. Oh, I look awesome. Look at that. Oh, yeah. We have haste again, guys. We're so good. We are set for our adventure now. We have AC 29. We're fast, and I am prepared. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. We're a little bit over time now. Take care.